Hello, Guardians. So as we wait for Destiny 2 in this interim period where we're all kind of bored and returning to Destiny 1 to do some stuff, I thought maybe I would do a quick tour of my man cave where I do all my gaming. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so back up here. This is kind of what you see when you walk in. I need to point out that I live in an apartment complex, so none of this stuff is hardwired, and cable management is kind of a drag, as you can see. All right, so as you come in, that's what you see, and there's this way cool mirrored door that apparently is a big deal for apartment complexes. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. So, such is military life. All right, this is my 40-inch Samsung TV. If you're interested in the model number, I can tell you about it, but it has very low lag for video gaming. It's an out-of-date model. I bought it kind of on the cheap at H.H. Gregg. It's great for gaming, okay for TV. I do have it hooked up for cable. For a long time I just had it for gaming, but when the hockey playoffs hit, my roommate has a tendency to watch TV out front, so yeah, need to watch the hockey playoffs, so I brought cable in here. Also have a Logitech Pro camera here for when I want to do some streaming type stuff. And then all of this sits on top of my beer fridge. So if you're gonna have a man cave, Guardians, beer fridge is mandatory. You gotta have one. And as you can see here in the video, I'm a big fan of Cigar City Brewery as well as Catawba Brewery from North Carolina. Cigar City is in Tampa. Some of us who went to Guardian Con are very familiar with that. I actually knew about it beforehand, but you know, great brewery, good stuff. It's now owned by Oscar Blue up in Michigan, but hey, that's all right. It's an American brewery. A lot better than selling out to some InBev or something like that. Know what I'm talking about? Hey, Catawba peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly is probably the best peanut butter ale out there. Sweet Baby Jesus is okay, but highly recommend the peanut butter and jelly. All right, I also like Rogue Brewery. Dead Guy Ale has been a favorite of mine for a long time, but their Honey Grolsch is fantastic. Okay, so that's beer. All right, got to have that in a man cave. So this is kind of where I do the gaming thing, and then over here is the Nerve Center. It's my 27-inch iMac where I do all my video editing, such as it is, and general computer type stuff. This is Basil Hayden bourbon. Oh yeah, Basil Hayden. Good Kentucky bourbon, Guardians. Kentucky bourbon. Cheers to Kentucky. Highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. Okay, I got a Audio Technica 2020 microphone on a boom for my sound. And then over here, have my PS4 and my SteelSeries 800 gaming headphones, which I really like a lot. Bought them for my niece, bought them for my girlfriend. Lightweight, swappable batteries. You just never run out of juice. Really good stuff. Of course, my Scuf gaming controller, which I bought at Guardian Con in Florida State University, Garnet and Gold. Go Knowles. Here's my other controllers, my spare controllers, with my Destiny Control Freaks on my white controller. Okay, so that's kind of the gaming piece, and then there's the eye candy with my TARDIS, my plushie Ghost, my Go Pats because I used to live in Boston, Go Bruins, Go Sox, etc. And here is the Klingon Porter, and that would be my girlfriend texting at an inconvenient time, let's just say. If you missed the Klingon Porter, that's really unfortunate because it was actually really damn good. It's the best of the 4 Star Trek anniversary beers. All right, got my Enterprise. Panning around the room, you'll see other eye candy that keeps me motivated, such as my Cigar City Brewery stuff. And then other truisms of life. I don't know how, Guardians, but somehow beer will change the world. Maybe that's something I need to incorporate in Destiny 2 is beer. Maybe that'll help us defeat the Cabal. You know what I'm saying? Here's my Way Cool Hunter poster that I have had framed. And last year's Destiny Community Con, which was cool. And down here is this year's Guardian Con stuff, which I haven't had a chance to frame yet. I was one of the winners of the St. Jude's silent auction, so I have a fully signed Community Con poster that I got to figure out how to frame. And then some awesome fan art that a young lady did. Man, this stuff is just great. Hope you had a chance to check that out at Guardian Con and buy some of that stuff. It's great. I look forward to getting that framed and up on the walls. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Last thing here on the wall stuff is, if you are not subscribed to Cami Cakes Gaming on YouTube, you need to just stop the video right now and go and do that. Okay, fantastic content from a fantastic creator, graduate level stuff. Cami is fantastic, so just get out there and go ahead and subscribe to him right now. All right, rest of this in my man cave is the vestiges of having a couple of master's degrees. Yeah, books. Yeah, a lot of book learning. Also some toys. So I used to be a transportation planner back in the day, all about the alternative mode of transportation. Got some Pee Wee Herman back there and some awards, and of course, did I mention that I'm a Florida State alumni? Go Noles. If you haven't read some of this stuff, Guardians, yeah, you need to read this stuff. It's good. If you're a nerd, like I am, kind of a nerd. All right, so that is my man cave. Very quickly, I'll digress and show you my living room, where my bar is. So Trip Vanguard recently, he came off the top rope and said, let's compare beers. And I said, that's cool. So I watched his video. But I'm thinking maybe we ought to talk about bourbon or scotch. We could talk about that, right? I'm all about talking about beers, but let's talk about some of this stuff too. Did I mention the Basil Hayden bourbon? Right there. Yep, good stuff. Also gin in summertime, Sapphire, can't beat it with a little bit of lime. Also a big fan of red wine, you can't really see that. Over here I have a wine cooler to keep the good stuff cold. This is where I used to do my gaming, so I moved it into my office. Be a little more user-friendly. So, also into a bit of guitar stuff. I know Mesa Sean, he's a big fan of the Mesa Boogie amps. I'm a big Bogner fan, Bogner Shiva amp. Fantastic, creamy sound. There's my Gibson Les Paul that once upon a time I threw a lot of money on. Excellent sound. Here's my Fender Deluxe American Stratocaster with the soft V neck, because I'm kind of a David Gilmour fan. And then over here is my standard telly, American telly, for when I kind of want to just get a little twang or maybe a little slide going. So that's pretty much it, Guardians. There's my command colors from when I was in command. And that's my plasma screen. Man, you can't find those anymore. If you can get a plasma screen, oh god, they were so good. That's a Panasonic VT50. It was the Shiz Nizzle Fizzle back in, what was it, 2012? 2011, 12? Great TV. Great, with Destiny on there, it is fantastic, but I just don't want to run the hours down on it. So that's pretty much it, Guardians. So those are sort of the things I'm into. This is where I do my gaming. This is where all the magic happens, right here. Look forward to one day having a house of my own, so I can kind of have a better put together man cave room, maybe with a pool table or maybe a I don't know, foosball table. Kind of a, well, you know what else it needs? It needs walkout access to a smoker grill. You know, that kind of stuff. Okay, all right. Hey, hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you're having a good, safe weekend. Eclipse of the sun is coming up. Total eclipse of the sun here in Columbia, South Carolina on the 21st of August. Hope you guys are prepping for that and you can get to see it. Going to try to do a little video. I think I'm thinking about getting a GoPro, and I'm already prepping my DSLR for that experience. So I'm going to try to put some of that stuff up on YouTube so you guys can experience it as well. All right? Other than that, hope you're having a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you later, Guardians. Thanks.